Greetings, Tony from Old River Hard Goods. Well, music you're listening to is Mountain Morning from my third CD, Angels on Fire. And as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about getting ready to go down to the PATINA Tool Show down in Damascus, Maryland. I have a long history with this show. First time I was there was back in April of 1995 when I was one of only 3 folks tailgating, and but on the inside was just, wow, incredible. I'd never been to a show that big before, and just all the tools, all the people, it was pretty well overwhelming. You can imagine if you remember your first time at one, if you've ever gone to one. But and back in those days, they used to run the show all day Saturday till like 4 in the afternoon, and then they'd have the auction on Sunday. Well, they decided to combine it a number of years back, and show's going to run till about noon on Saturday, and then they'll be setting up for the auction and kicking that off in the afternoon. And I'm going to be talking about some of the tools I'm going to be taking, stuff you probably haven't seen before, or I only talked about it briefly in passing. Some of the other things goes into getting ready for one of these things, and well, who knows? We shall see. What's in the box? Well, we have us here do this without knocking that old yarn winder, a Stanley 55. Little funky. Definitely has some patina going. Gotta just make sure all these screws work before I take it with me. It's got the reprint of the Stanley paperwork. Somebody stuck in there. And it's got, 4 sets of blades. Complete 51, somebody marked on it. So, that's probably where the real money is in this box. But I know what I paid for it. And, hopefully we get rid of it, because I really don't have to drag it back, and heck, that box has got to be worth a couple bucks. So, we shall see, right? Spin this around. Of course, this tub was stuff that I took last year. This was part of my $5 pile of tools, and there's probably a bunch of calipers in there. There's all kinds of brace bits, and you have it, or you name it, and it's probably in there. So, and I haven't touched this since I brought it in from last year's show. And the only reason I remembered it was here was because I was looking for something else that was down in this box that somebody finally decided they wanted to buy. But there's a few leftovers from last year in here as well. So, anyways, that's some of the stuff that's going, at least from this batch. Something else I'll be taking. This whole bookbinder's plow. Somebody said it was Austrian. I don't know for sure, but not in too bad a shape, actually. You look at it. So, that's another goodie. Now, these are worth a few bucks, at least they used to be, but we shall see. I actually have the bench down there, but the nuts are kind of locked up solid. You know, well, that one's turning a little, but last time I messed with them, they didn't want to move, so it's just going to stay there in the valley of death till I get rid of everything, which you never know might happen. Anyways, let's go look at something else. Well, and besides the tools, there's other things to keep in mind getting ready for a show like this, like having my tablecloth, which I've located, my folding hand truck, which comes in handy moving some of this stuff in. Make sure I pack my charging cable for the Samsung S6 that I use for taking my videos on, because that's a USB-B, unlike my other phone, which is a C, and everything else in the world pretty much anymore is a C, and B cables are getting kind of scarce to come by, at least at my flea market sources. And, you know, the usual, make sure my night bag has all the good stuff in it, make sure my bottle of whiskey's in there, because that's important, and, you know, these things just take time planning, and usually I forget something and wind up cussing about it. But as long as it's nothing too bad, we can get by. Well, looking down here in one of the saw piles, I got a couple of nice D23s. I might bring these guys along. I don't have much in the way of other saws. Well, that's a little newer one, but still, it's not too bad. Minor PATINA. This is a big, can't see the mark, but I didn't take that one along too. I was surprised last year because I sold all the saws. The last time I took saws, I wound up bringing 90% of them home. So, who knows, right? Maybe if I got some room, I might throw those Tinner's anvils in. They need some cleaning, but I'm not going to go crazy with it. That one there is shippable. That one there cost a little freaking fortune anymore to ship, so we shall see. Something else I'll be headed to a box is a set of 7 GI Mix bevel-edged herring chisels. Mix was a New York maker around the turn of the century. Marks don't all quite match, but they're close enough for government work. There's a 3/4, 7/8, 1 inch, 1.25 inch, 1.5 inch, 3/4, and a 2 inch. And yeah, they got minor bits of patina, but they're not too bad. These guys I did pick up in New York last year at the Madison Bachville, and they all had crappy handles in them. And I'm trying to get a set of nice looking handles for them, and I did invest some money in some what I thought were nice looking handles for them, but just could never get the right combination to fit. So that's going to be somebody else's job to do if they decide to buy them. If not, they'll come back here and we'll figure something else out. Something else that's kind of important when doing a tool show, of course, is pricing everything. I hate it when you go to a table and nothing's priced and you start asking and you don't know if you're getting the best price or if you're getting the, let's see how dumb this guy is price. That happens a lot at the flea markets, I swear to God. You know, I'll pick something up, somebody will say, well, that's $30, and the next guy comes along and they'll say, oh, that's $25, and then I hear somebody bought it for $20, so nah, I like stuff that's priced, and so do my customers, so at least you know where you stand. And a few more items I've pulled out of various boxes here. Some of the stuff's currently listed for sale. Some of it kind of dropped off the radar, but we'll see. Here's a little 2-inch Union caliper, a Starrett thread caliper. Don't know why that one's still here. There's another one that's kind of a mystery because I could never had any problem selling these guys in the past. This is a Stanley Sweetheart screwdriver bit that goes in the toolboxes, and they used to fly out of here in 2-3 days. Here is a Tabor patent speed indicator. Boom's definitely off that. Rose on these guys, even though it's a shame because this is a nice tool. This one's got somebody's restoration project, but it'll be cheap enough. Marples and Sons carving tool, gouge. This one's kind of going back to patina because that's where I got it last year. This is an 18th century rotating head dentist's tooth key. And from what I understand, it's pretty rare, and yeah, it's a little rough, but still, you know, I mean, these things were selling for $400 or $500 at one point, and well, we'll take it out and see what happens. Model 1879 trapdoor Springfield gun tool, a Civil War era mainspring vise, a little rough, but tell you what, at the gun shows I go to, these things are like $80. You know, we'll stare at the line level in good shape. Gold patent screwdriver and wrench, patent 1877, something like that. I have it marked down. Supposedly they were made by Diston. Here we have a penny knife by Meisner of Austria. Total mystery. Nothing shows up on this guy at all. Probably somewhat of a contemporary piece, but maybe not. And last is this Colton bench vise. Colton, patented 1880 sometime, 1885. Again, I must have got in late on that parade because when I first listed this, these things were selling for like $1.35, and this one's sitting here at 85. So, but we'll take it to patina and see what happens. And that's about all I'm gonna put into this one, folks. There's a lot more stuff I'll be digging out and throwing in the truck. I was going to take that big record plane that I showed the last time around, but that just happened to pop off of eBay last night. So, hey, what are you going to do? But I'd rather take it there than sell it than have to ship it, but I guess I'm going to be shipping it. So that's all part of the game. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little presentation. Hope you learned something. I'll be doing at least one or maybe two more videos on this whole patina deal. Maybe I might even try sneaking in a live one. I don't know. We'll see how things go. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching and bye.